Folks, this set has been the cause of the most hype and then the most controversy in the entire hobby I've ever seen. When the trademark was pulled for a Team Rocket set almost a year before release, it became the most hyped thing in all of Pokemon and stayed that way for months. When the set finally got released, depending on where you bought it from, it was about $250 to $260, making it the highest priced booster box ever at release. At which point, you heard all of the most miserable people in the hobby, some who have channels and make content, some who just hang out in the comment sections, in the Discords and the Reddits, come out and complain about every possible thing they could. It's overhyped. It's manipulated. It's all market manipulation. They're going to reprint it. It's going to get printed into the ground, their favorite term. Do not buy this over MSRP. If you buy it over MSRP, you're part of the problem. If you sell it for over MSRP, you're part of the problem. You're evil. Oh, don't get me started. If you buy it and hold it, you're double evil. You bought it for that price and you're holding it as an investment. You don't even belong in our hobby. That's what they say, our hobby. As if they own the hobby, and a lot of those people have been here for a very long time, which most I'm sure haven't. And now, Destined Rivals has risen to $280. Even more than it cost at release. No crash, no correction, no more product to become available, no printing into the ground. Usually in times of manipulation or buyouts, things correct, and they haven't. And you have a sales volume still so high on that set that if it continues and the supply that we keep seeing get added to the market continues at the same rate, we are likely going to see a $300 plus booster box in about a week's time. That's what the data shows us. Now, it can always change based on more getting added to the market or demand slowing down. But at this rate, we're looking at a $300 plus booster box. If you look at all of the Scarlet Violet era, you've continued to hear the same thing repeated like a mantra. Do not buy. Wait for MSRP. Wait for reprints. It's going to get printed into the ground. Don't buy into the FOMO. Don't get shilled. The market's all manipulated. And people never get tired of it. They never get tired of hearing the same stuff over and over. And it's wrong every single day, every single week, month, day in and day out. But people keep crossing their fingers and hoping for this grand day where everything crashes and then all of your collectibles have no value. And that's when people are going to want them, right? The other cool thing I've noticed is these miserable people, again, some have channels and they'll talk nothing but negativity and doom and gloom about the market. And then when they run out of any content about that and it gets old, they'll just start talking negatively about other creators, myself, other people, trying to, nitpick little clips and make them look bad because they have nothing else to talk about and they have to keep their negativity brand growing. And then they create this echo chamber where they get 200, 300, 400 comments of everybody agreeing and then going back and forth and one-upping each other. Yeah, I know everyone's so evil and I can't find product in stores. I know it's too expensive. All these people are evil. Yeah, I know we're the only morally sound ones. Let's all hang out here together. And then they convince themselves that they're the happy ones and all of the ones who are running businesses or talking positively about the market, we're all miserable human beings. We're so miserable in life. The ones that are running successful businesses and seeing our investments grow exponentially every single day. Yeah, we're miserable, let me tell you. And they convince themselves of these truths. And they convince themselves that if they have a few views and a few subscribers and there's a few people in the comments, that's the way the majority of the hobby feels. But here's what I have to tell you. Doesn't the majority of the hobby that's made up of millions of people worldwide have to do with what's selling on the market and the rate at which things are selling? Isn't that a pretty good indication of the hobby? Go out to your local game stores. I frequent probably 3 or 4 local game stores in my area pretty much weekly. Every time I go in there, there's no hatred. There's no unhappiness. There's no negativity. There's parents in there buying products for their kids. They're opening the packs at the table. They're opening the packs, enjoying the cards. They're not yelling about prices or product availability. They're yakking it up with the guys that work there, laughing, talking about Pokemon stories or other TCG stories. Everyone's happy everywhere I go. The market's strong everywhere I go. But then I get sent these clips or these videos, and you go to these little segments of YouTube or TikTok or somewhere, and you would believe that the hobby's in a dark, scary, awful place based on what some of these people online would have you believe, and the couple hundred people in their comment sections that are miserable as well and want to kind of share in the negativity because misery loves company. And now we got White Flare and we got Black Bolt. And it's very likely you're going to hear the same old, tired out rhetoric. It's over MSRP. Don't buy it. It's going to crash. It's going to get reprinted. It's all manipulated. If you buy it, you're part of the problem. If you sell it for market price, you're part of the problem. If you hold it, you're part of the problem. We're all part of the problem. You notice that? How everyone's part of the problem except the morally sound individuals who can't afford, I didn't mean that, who don't buy anything because they're choosing not to. Well, Dr. Shill is here again, guys. And you know what Dr. Shill does. He creates FOMO. I'm here to tell you, judging by everyone I've talked to, both in local card shop, online seller space, streamer, rip and ship space, there's not enough product out there. We don't get the booster bundles till August. The little bit of product that's being released, the ETBs, the binder collections, poster collections, the mini tins, it's not going to be enough. There's not going to be enough packs. And it's very likely that even though they're selling between $90 to $100 in ETB right now, they're likely going to be over $100 in ETB after release. At release, you may find some sales, maybe the week or so after release. There may be some ups and downs in the market. Maybe you'll catch something. In my opinion, after release, next 2, 3, 4 weeks, you're likely going to see these ETBs run up into the hundreds, 110, maybe even the 120s. That's my take. If you want to take that as shilling, creating FOMO, go for it. That's my honest take. Guys, when you see these mountains of product, like for black and white, let me break it down for you, right? I could stack 10 ETB cases of white and 10 ETB cases of black behind me, and I can make a nice little, TikTok or YouTube short and be like, look at all this product, guys. It's endless. They're lying to you. And what you don't understand is 10 ETB cases, all right? There's 10 ETBs per case. There's 9 packs per ETB. That's 900 packs. 900 packs. Even a stream like mine, which I'm anywhere near the largest streamer out there, I go through on a new set release, 500 to 800 packs in a night. So basically, those entire mountains of product are cleared out like that, night and a half. That's it. I'm just one person. And so then you log on and you start looking at the big sellers, right? Go look at the largest sellers on eBay. Go look at their inventory levels. Go look at how many they've sold. And then you start doing the math on like, well, if there's this many streamers out there on Whatnot and TikTok and Drip and Fanatics and eBay Live and YouTube and Twitch, and they're opening this much product, and there's only this much left by all these large sellers, and there's also people who just want to buy it for themselves to open themselves or collect or put one on a shelf or whatever that may be. And then, unless all these card shops and store owners are all lying to us simultaneously, all I've heard about how there's product shortages for this set. So either everybody's lying and Alex is just the king Dr. Shill, or I have to come to grips with the fact there's not enough out there. It's going to run out very fast. Prices are going to rise because demand outweighs supply yet again. And eventually, we're going to get to a point where that old mantra, that tired out rhetoric of everything's manipulated, don't buy into the people trying to shill you on YouTube, everything's going to get printed to the ground, it's all going to return to MSRP, blah, blah, blah. Eventually, you're going to get tired of it. It's going to get old. I mean, guys, we're not even in Scarlet Violet era anymore. We're entering a new era. This is it. Black and white's it. We're done. So you've now listened to this nonsense the entire Scarlet Violet era. Every booster box is over $200. And they're somehow going to reprint all of them to the ground. They're going to go to MSRP. You shouldn't buy any of them. And you're going to lose all your money if you do. Well, unfortunately, I've been doing this 10 years and never lost all my money. Started investing in Scarlet Violet era from the very beginning. Haven't lost any money. And other than a few reprints here or there that will come, and you will have better entry points on some sets than you do right now, we're likely not going to see anything get printed to the ground, guys. We're likely not going to see MSRP. And unfortunately, it's going to take these sets going out of print for people to finally come to that realization. And at that point, well, unfortunately, a lot of the people that are screaming the loudest and the most unhappy and the most miserable people in the comment section, they'll probably be gone. They probably won't even be here anymore to realize they've been bamboozled. Anybody that is here, the small percentage of you that stays, at that point, I hope some of you come back to this channel and say, Alex, you were right. We got bamboozled. We listened to all the people out there that told us not to buy, and we missed out. So will you sell me a box of Destined Rivals at $500? And I'll say, sure, I'll sell you a box at $500. I know the market's $550, but I'll give you a little bit of a deal because, you know, you got reverse shield and they're not buying anything. That's all I got, guys. Remember, I'm going to keep reminding you because some of you forget this. The world is a bright, beautiful place. Get out there, touch some grass, take a walk in the park, enjoy life outside this social media age. Better yet, walk into one of your local card shops and see how truly dark and gloomy and scary and negative this hobby really is. It ain't. We're out.